So this wave of xenophobia that we're seeing in South Africa, and what we have right now is a spokesperson from the South African Police Services. He is based in KZN, that's Colonel Jay Naicker, and he joins us on the line. Colonel, thank you so much for making the time to join us. Just a quick update in terms of the latest on what's happening in KZN.
Hi, Nazifa. Yes, today it was fairly quiet across KZN. We had isolated incidents across the province, reports coming in of hawkers being looted, shops broken into and items stolen, scuffles between locals and foreigners, but not as intense as yesterday. We're especially pleased with our operations that was held last night. The KwaZulu-Natal township was very volatile over the previous 2 nights. It was extremely quiet, with police reporting no incidents in that area. So we're quite optimistic. We're very happy with the intelligence that we're receiving from communities on the ground, because it's assisting us in being proactive and placing police officers in areas where we could expect problems.
Colonel, are you in control of the situation? You sound as if you were pretty much stretched. Have you been able to make a number of arrests that can deter future violence?
Yes, yeah, we have been able to make quite a number of arrests. We're still counting, but so far we've arrested 74 locals and foreigners for incidents of public violence, illegal possession of firearms, theft, and so on. And yes, we are quite stretched. You must remember that we have foreigners right across the province. In a small area like KwaZulu-Natal, we have foreign-owned shops dotted across the township, in people's homes, in containers that are placed in front of people's homes. So it is quite a challenge for us to get around. But we've been able to place police officers in close proximity to those areas so that they could respond quickly and effect arrest.
Colonel, understanding that you are in Durban, but we know of reports coming through today that some of these xenophobic attacks have spread to other parts of the country. Are you collaborating with your colleagues in Johannesburg and other regions to share some of that intelligence to help them to be more proactive in their response?
Look, in KZN, we're managing our situation with the intelligence that we are receiving on the ground. I'm sure our colleagues in Johannesburg are doing the same. We're also working with other government departments because we need their assistance, for looking at long-term reintegrating these people back into their communities, and also to ensure that there's long-lasting peace. Because whilst we may be on the ground for now, we obviously don't want to carry out these operations for much longer. We expect the situation to return to normality soon, so that life could go on normally in these areas.
While you've been talking there, we were watching visuals of the violence in Johannesburg and also the aftermath, where the streets are unusually deserted, and that's the effect of the violence. We've heard that there's some looting in Pietermaritzburg as well. What's your impression, Colonel, and what is the police view on how much of this is genuine resentment of foreigners and how much is simply looting and criminals taking advantage?
Look, I think there's all of these incidents that we have witnessed. There's people that are taking opportunity of this situation to enrich themselves. There's criminals that are waiting. We receive intelligence that criminals are hanging around foreign-owned shops. We're just waiting for an opportunity to pounce and loot those shops. And that is why our local communities are working closely with police, because they've been embarrassed by the situation, and then they are aware that it is just a bunch of criminals that are giving them a bad name. So, yes, I would think definitely this is not xenophobia, but it's actually criminals taking advantage of the situation to enrich themselves.
Colonel, thank you so much for making the time to join